All right, so welcome to Chop It Up for this, the last Tuesday in May.
That's true.
The day after you figured out whether or not you went to the right cookout. You know, this is the start of cookout season. So
yes,
if
it
you
is.
went someplace wrong yesterday, you still got a couple more months to figure it out.
You got something to figure it out.
My name is Kevin, host of the podcast. And again, if you are watching for the very first time, we appreciate you stopping by, but also make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, as we will be shifting over there very shortly, fully over to YouTube and building the brand and building the podcast over there. Out of words, let my boy introduce himself. One of our guys will be a little late, but he's going to be here.
All right, Tari Watkins, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Kev, I will let you know that I chose the right cookout. You know why?
It was at home.
It was at my place.
Exactly.
You're exactly right.
Exactly.
Had a couple people say, well, why didn't you send an invite? I said, because I didn't send one. And so, I
invited everybody that needs to be there.
That's the best way to figure out if you're going to be at the right cookout. Do it at your own place. I even dropped some food off to some people. So I was generous. I didn't hog it all to myself. And I will say this, Kev, I don't know if you've had it or not, but anybody in your city, if you can find a meat market that sells pepperoni links, it changed my life. I mean, Kia's changed my life for the good anyway.
Hey,
but as far as cuisine, that I'd never taste anything. I don't want another brat ever in my life.
Okay.
Just give me a smoked, because I put them on the smoker, a smoked pepperoni link. It'll change your life. I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna have to add that to the repertoire.
And you put it on the bun just like you would any other dog or link.
I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Delicious. Italian sausage, Polish sausage, brat. Nah, give me a pepperoni link and I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me, Kev. You will not be disappointed.
That sounds good.
I haven't steered you the wrong way yet.
No.
And I'm not going to add. I'm not going to take away from that record. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah, we actually had Kia's sister actually went down there and picked us up some, so we'd have to make a trip. So I didn't have to make a trip down there, and so yeah, it's good stuff. Trust me, it's worth it.
Yeah, I just did some ribs yesterday. I was gonna go do a brisket, but I didn't catch it on sale.
You gotta catch it on sale.
You know, if a brisket ain't on sale, it was like $75, $80. I was like, nah.
You said $75 or $80?
Yeah.
Oh nah, fam.
I'm not doing like flat.
Full
brisket. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. No. All right. So Darian, as y'all know, is the third part of this crew.
Yes, he is.
He's got something that you need to take care of. He'll be popping in because, again, y'all ain't paying us, so life happens.
Exactly. Yet.
That's why, again, you need to go over to YouTube, because YouTube will take care and start handling all that. If y'all come around here,
get that check mark, subscribe, do it. We need you.
Okay.
Spread the word.
What up, kid? What up, sis? I'm gonna start calling you sis now, because you
go for it. Hey, see the sis. Yes, 100%. Do it. You already know.
So we got to talk about a few things. Top of mind, of course, is
that a broom sound? Seriously, is that what that is for real? Come on, bro.
That's LeBron being swept away by The Denver Nuggets.
Sweep around your own front door.
I was trying to get it in time, but I couldn't get it connected in time. I was about
What'd
to
you
have
say?
the Williams brothers singing here too. I was about to show enough have the Williams brothers on here. Sweep around your own front door.
Hey, before you try to sweep around mine, yeah.
So I cut, you know,
the best Christian gospel, southern, whatever you want to call it, stay out of my business song.
Pretty
That's
much.
literally what that was. It was a gospel song, but literally they were saying, stay out of my business, mind your own. That's literally what they were saying.
That's exactly what they were saying.
Yes. There's no question at all.
I mean,
worry about your own young and running streets before you worried about mine.
I guess trying to figure stuff out and was like, look, somebody in because Bo wasn't part of that group. That wasn't the group. Bo was part by himself, right? Bo Williams. But think about who, you know, that song. You're sitting there in the studio.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Figure out how you're gonna go ahead and do that song. Right? Or you're thinking about what you're gonna write, and you start writing, man, everybody in our business, let's tell them to sweep around their own front door. Oh, Darren coming in?
Yep.
All right, there he is. Excellent. All right, D. Just since you missed it, can you hear us, D?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
That is LeBron's
Maybe it's
theme
me,
song.
Kev. I don't know if it's me or not. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, you were stuck for a little bit.
All right. I think I'm lagging. Am I back?
You are in and out. Yeah, you're frozen right now. Oh, what? We can't have 3 black men on the show at the same time?
Listen, and definitely not talk about
Yeah, I think my system is trying to update itself. I think that's what it's trying to do. So
okay.
Yeah,
NSA took him out. The LeBron Illuminati took him out. That's what happened.
That's what happened. Illuminati. Like, yeah, because I wrote on my thing, I don't know if you saw it. I said, you already know what we're gonna talk about, and show the broom.
Got swept.
So wept. If that doesn't settle the GOAT argument, nothing will.
Yeah. Now, again, full disclosure, Jordan has been swept before too. Okay. But he got swept by the likes of Larry Bird and that legendary Celtics team. When we look at now, Jokic is a baller, not taking that away from him. But when we look at over the annals of history, of NBA history, Jokic is not going to be mentioned at the same breath as a Larry Bird. So again, he got swept by Jokic and Jamal Murray, who are ballers, but they're not on the caliber of what Jordan got swept on.
Well, and I was about to say that wasn't that that was before they actually built the team they built. It wasn't
correct. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah. Jordan got beat by a team. He didn't just get beat even by just a couple of good players. That was a squad.
Yes.
Legendary squad. Yes, they were older. Yes, they were on their way out, but still a squad that had been playing together. And that was back when basketball didn't just shift. You didn't shift starters every season.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You may have traded around your bench. And if you just had to get rid of one of your starting five, you just had to.
Right.
Somebody made you an offer you just absolutely could not refuse. But yeah, no, that was back when we had teams, and those teams went and played together for careers. Yeah. So they, you know what I'm saying? They knew each other.
When if you got fouled, you got fouled.
Oh yeah. They nearly drew blood.
Flagrant was what? There's no such thing as a flagrant foul.
They had to invent it because of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Those guys were athletes. I think it was you and me one time. This was a minute ago. We were talking about the NBA almost got to the point where they needed pads because it got bad.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It got bad.
And they were the type of ballers that could be out in the parking lot smoking a pack of Cools and then come on the court and drop 25 and 30.
Right.
That's the type of players they were. That's how the league was.
Right. And that was their norm.
Right.
That was their norm. I remember, where was it? The Michael Jordan docu-series.
Oh,
or the Chicago Bulls. What was that?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the name of it.
I've forgotten it now because I just watched Air.
Okay.
About the shoes, but
yeah. You know the docu-series
I
I'm
know
talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm looking right at it and I just can't remember the name of it. Anyway, I remember when they were talking about Jordan, being the rookie and coming in and
the last dance.
The last dance. And they weren't sure if they wanted to bring him into the inner circle just yet. But when they finally did, he's looking around like, what in the world? Y'all do play basketball, right?
Right.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm having no parts of that. I'm going to bed. I got a game. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I got a game.
I got something to do.
Yeah, you're right. Guys were like, man, please. They had the talent for it. But yeah. Again, that was back when teams were built and stuck together. You had respect for your rival, but you didn't like them. Y'all didn't go to dinner after the game. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You didn't say meet me at the club.
Now you had occasional pocket stores of that later on after, like, let's say, what was it, like after the Olympics and stuff? You did have like Barkley and Jordan going and hanging out, golfing, what have you. So you had some of that, but not the whole, we're going to be on a banana boat together in the Caribbean, just hanging out.
No, and not during the season. You're right. They would have some camaraderie after the season. What have you. During the season, nah, you're not gonna see us together. You're not gonna see us together.
And if you do see us together, it's because I'm coming into your locker room telling you, okay, who am I dropping 25 on tonight?
Right. Point them out.
You're the one.
Point them out.
You get it tonight.
You choose. I'll let you all choose tonight. You tell me who I'm schooling. Yeah.
So again,
absolutely.
The much vaunted one got swept by Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and some other players, right? But did you notice how the narrative quickly shifted? How they how he and his team quickly pivoted away from that by dropping, maybe I'll retire type of talk. Did you hear that?
Oh, of course. Okay. Of course. And it was immediate. It was very Tom Brady-ish. Very Tom Brady-ish, but you're still not the GOAT, sir.
Right.
You're the one with the most attention right now, but honestly, I wish he was taking it seriously. I don't think he's leaving. I don't think he's leaving the game, but I think he needs to consider it.
The rumor that keeps going around is that he's basically going to hold off and at least play a season with his son, because basically he's got another year left on his contract. After that, he's an unrestricted free agent, which means he can go wherever he wants to go. And so that means that when his son gets drafted, wherever his son goes, LeBron's going to go with him. I get it. It'll make history. Cool. He's the only one that's ever done it. Got it. But okay.
But does that help? Okay. I mean, I get it. It's like you said, it's history. It'll be something to talk about, so it'll be a little footnote.
Right.
But that's literally all it's going to be.
Exactly.
And they would literally have to win a championship for that to be significant.
Yeah, I agree.
And at the same time, I'm wondering, how is that? Because depending on the team that gets Bronny, if he makes it to the league, he's still got to finish his senior year in high school. He's got to do at least 1 year in college. He's got to make it through all of that, and he didn't go to, you know what I'm saying? He didn't go to Eisenhower Community College to play ball. He went to USC. So there is an expectation there, bro. You're going to have to show up. They're not just going to start you because you're LeBron James's kid.
Yes and no.
They don't have to, though.
It
would be different if he went to Tennessee State. You would expect that. You would expect that pressure without it even being spoken.
Yeah.
But USC, bro, you can't throw enough money at me.
That's true.
You do know where you are, right?
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they were going to do it that way, yeah, it's like, man, yes, you are who you are, but you don't come with enough to sway a coach's to a coach's decision in LA, bro. It's USC. All right. No, they're not. They've not been basketball elite for a minute, but they're still competitive. And people write 7-figure, 8-figure checks yearly.
Yeah. So,
so we'll see.
We'll see.
I hope he doesn't wait that. I hope he doesn't stay that long, man. I just, for me, it just feels dangerous. And when I say dangerous, I mean literally for his physical health. Like, you really want to push them? You're at 20 years. I mean, basketball, I get it. Basketball is nowhere near the level of contact football is. But you're playing more. There is actually more wear and tear on your body, running up and down that court literally every other night,
right,
for 6 months.
True.
Plus practice. So, I mean, do your thing, but yeah, he would be the only one to be able to pull that off right now.
And flopping does take a lot of energy out of you too. So,
bruh.
Flopping takes a whole lot of energy out of you.
Well, number one, you got to practice because you got to fall right. It's got to look like it hurt,
right,
without it actually hurting.
Right.
Yeah.
And that one that you sent me of after he had fallen, the broom being handed to him, that video you sent me.
That was
perfect.
Classic.
That was perfect.
That was classic. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen that one, that is some funny stuff. Whoever, the internet wins, man. The internet is undefeated.
Without fail.
And
so then
said, thank you.
Also this week, you had Scottie Pippen make a statement that Jordan was the worst player before he got there, and that LeBron is the statistical GOAT and right? So Tori's back in time to talk about.
He heard that.
I didn't hear anything. I just heard.
Oh, okay.
That's all I heard.
Shaking your head like you caught that.
No, I'm shaking my head because never mind. Anyway, technology. So out of line. Hey, what'd you say?
No, we're talking. Bro, listen. Pump your brakes.
Woo! There was about to be smoke in the city.
Slow down.
What'd he say, baby? What'd he say? Let me know.
He's referring to a kid. You can let us know. But yeah, I think you were referring to this because we started to transition and talk about Scottie Pippen making his statement that LeBron was the statistical GOAT and that Jordan was the worst
player before him.
Got there. Before Pippen,
he was a terrible player. What?
Yeah.
So I want to put this in context though, because I think that this plays a part into it.
Okay.
How would you feel if your former coworker's son was dating your ex-wife? I might feel some kind of way too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know a man alive that would not be like this. Yeah, I'm gonna feel some sort of way. Yeah, and then especially if I reach out to dad and be like, yo, bro, yank that collar. Like, nah, man, he grown. When dad says that in the media, nah, my son's grown. He makes his own decisions.
So yeah, that in my opinion gives some context to why Scottie has been saying the things that he's been saying now. And Tori's back out because I guess he's having another issue with his laptop.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, to put that in context, because how does Scotty go from, man, you're the greatest player, to now you were the worst player in a matter of a couple years?
That's it.
Medication, drugs, or being hurt. I'm putting
Alex,
it on
I'll take D. Well, actually, I'll put it on D, all of the above.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's self-medicating on some level.
Yeah.
Even the information that, because she's given so much inside look into their marriage, but not enough to make you go, so why did you guys get a divorce? What was it? And I may have missed it. She may have mentioned it, but that's not what's been sprayed all over the media.
Right.
You know, what's been sprayed all over the media has been, you know, the level of intimacy they've had over the years. That's the main thing that, you know, that keeps getting put out there. And so it's like, you turn around and go, so now your wife's with this dude that's how much younger? I pray that's not the reasoning. You know, it's ugly. Sorry, it's ugly. It's ugly. And the level of disrespect that Jordan's son would, you know, is able to muster, like, dude, I could give a flip who you are and what you meant to my dad. I want her. She wants me.
It's a wrap. It's a story. End of story.
Man, that's rough.
So again, he is making statements that are just devaluing him, because let's talk about Scotty for a moment. Scotty came into the league. Yes, he was considered by many to be a freak of nature just because of how fast he grew. You know, especially high school to college, what have you. And the raw talent that could have been there. But had he gone to Seattle, he wouldn't have been Scottie Pippen that we all know. Period. So for him to bite the hand that fed him in many respects, to act as if he was the savior for the Bulls team, if I'm honest, when he was drafted, many of us in Chicago, when we traded for him, many of us in Chicago were like, oh God, why?
Because was it that bad, Kev? It was that bad?
Because at that time you had Olden Polynice, who was many were expecting to really do some things in the league. That was who we actually drafted, and then a little later to find out we traded him for Scotty. Right. It was like, what? So Scotty didn't come in as the savior. It's not as if Scotty came in as the heir apparent to the Bulls franchise, and it was like, oh my God, we're so glad Scotty got here.
Right.
Because even of that draft class, Scotty was an afterthought to Horace Grant.
Right.
So let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah. So basically, when he came in, he actually exceeded expectations.
Very much so.
More or less. He found an opportunity and he filled the role he was supposed to.
When he first came in, he was coming off the bench, averaging maybe 8 points a game.
Right.
When he first got there. So probably in line with a rookie. Now, after a season or two of mentorship and a season or two of playing with a person who will slap you in the face if you don't step up, he got better.
Right.
And so no one's denying the fact that, yes, Scotty was a good number 2 for Jordan.
He was. I will venture to say that he was a great number 2 for Jordan. But here's the thing, though. If we think of Jerry Rice as a number 1 receiver for the 49ers, correct? He was the number 1 receiver, correct?
Yep.
Right.
Whoever the number 2 is, they're going to see the ball a lot. Why? Because Jerry's going to be double teamed.
Yep.
So whoever that number 2 is going to see a lot of the ball. The same thing it goes for basketball.
Right.
I mean, you look at Draymond Green, you look at Klay Thompson, besides Steph Curry. Put them on another team. I think Klay has a better chance of being the same Clay or close to it with another team
Mhm.
versus Draymond. But because they're playing with Steph,
Right.
you can't double team everybody.
Agreed. Yep.
And so when I look at Pippen, it's the same thing. Now, I'm not diminishing at all what Pippen has done at all. Top 50 player, Hall of Famer. But when you got guys in the league after Jordan's first and second year saying, like Bird, and I forgot who coaches say that, Popovich and Carl, whoever, saying that, okay, this dude's going to take over the league. He wasn't terrible. He wasn't horrible. He was not a trash player. I know I may be a little bit behind from what you all already talked about, but
you're right on it.
I don't know. I don't know where Scotty's coming from with this one. And maybe it's because Jordan's son is dating his ex-wife. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's pissed. That very well could be it. I don't know.
And what's funny is, even though you missed Kevin's whole segue into this, you in the zone, right?
I'm in the zone. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here.
10-2. 10-2.
That's it. All right.
10-2, baby. You're right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I the problem is what it sounds to me like he doesn't have those friends or that friend, that loved one, that close one that's like, dude, shut up.
No, he doesn't.
All right. They're going to exploit your pain. They could give a flip how you feel right now.
They couldn't care less, bro.
No. Hey, let's get Scotty on the phone. Let's
They want sound bites. They don't care about Scotty. They want sound bites. Because they know that Scotty's going to drop something that's going to fly all over the place. So
listen, let's get him on FaceTime. Let's get him on whatever. We're gonna get him on Zoom, Teams, whatever. Let's get him to say whatever he's gonna say, and then he can go back and crawl back, get into the fetal position in his bedroom if he wants to. They literally don't care.
They don't, and it's pretty sad that Scotty now has fallen into a category where we say, okay, Scotty's getting his 15 minutes of fame. We're saying this about Scottie Pippen. 6 rings. Number 2 on a Bulls team dynasty. Went to 6 finals and never lost. Scottie Pippen. And this is what we have now. It's sad.
Bro.
It is.
And I think if he'd have kept his mouth shut, even the personal all the behind the scenes personal issues, he probably would have had more empathy.
Probably
from if he would have kept his mouth shut, because of everything that you just said, Tori.
Right.
If he'd have kept his mouth shut.
Right. Right.
Now, at the end of the day, folks are still looking at, okay, I get it. 6 rings, a few billion. But it's not the kid's money. That would, to me, wind up being the argument.
Right.
The boy ain't rich. The dad is.
Right.
And I don't, much respect and honor to all cultures who may be viewing this, but the way we get down, we remind folk real quick. That's my money.
Right. Or that's your daddy's money. That ain't your money.
That ain't your money.
That's your daddy's money.
Whose house is it? Right.
Whose name was on the shoe? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have the name Air in your name at all? Is Air in your name at all, son? No.
I am immediately thinking about Remember the Titans. Yes. All right, look over there. That's your mama?
That's your mama?
Yeah, wave to your mama.
I'm your daddy now.
Who's your daddy?
Right.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
He said, you are. That's right.
That's right.
Now get on the bus. Take a seat.
Yep.
Straighten up your tie. And get on the bus.
Yeah. I mean,
I love that.
For Scotty to keep saying what he's saying, bruh, give it up. Give it a rest.
He's not going to.
That's what I'm saying.
Much pride to give it up, Kev. He's got too much pride to give it up.
So then that's going to cause me to, of course, expose just the fact of, y'all have heard me the fact that Scotty is listed as a top 50 player. Okay. Okay. Well,
Where's it at?
He said, like by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Give me an E.
Yes. So, because again, when we break down statistics, since he wants to talk about LeBron as the statistical GOAT or what have you, when we break down statistics.
How does that work?
What is that? There's no.
What is that?
That is, we don't do that. Now he's stretching. Now, don't get me wrong. LeBron has put up some amazing stats because he's been in the league for 20 years.
Right.
Now, we're not going to sneeze at it. We're not going to say that it's not a feat. It is an accomplishment. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But put out there, he's a statistical GOAT. No, why are we doing that? Scotty, if LeBron said it, we chastise him for it. He'd be like, LeBron, sit down. No. But why is Scotty doing? That's what I want to know. Why is he on LeBron's coattails as hard as he is and anti-Jordan? I mean, I need to know. I want to know what the tea is. Somebody let me know. Give me the juice. Because the juice is worth the squeeze on this one. I just need
real simple. Scotty feels about Michael Jordan and Michael Jordan's kid the same way Kanye felt about Pete Davidson.
That's probably a really good example.
That's a very good example.
That's a really good example.
Excellent example.
Dude wrote songs.
Yes.
Made videos.
Yes.
Went on talk shows.
Yes.
To talk about Mr. Pete Davidson.
Mr. Davidson, yes.
So, yeah. And kept trying to get everyone to cancel him. And everybody was like, Pete? No.
Why? Yeah, Pete. Exactly. Hey, Pete's cool. We cool with Pete. Pete comes to the cookout. He's good.
Yeah, he's coming to the barbecue.
Exactly. Hey, I got Pete a chair right here, and I fixed him a plate already. No, he's good.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand,
right? Cut off.
You, on the other hand, yeah. So I honestly, that is where I compare that. Like, man, he don't know what to do with himself.
Obviously, he doesn't have anybody in his camp to let him know to back off a little bit. Hey, you don't know what you're talking about with Jordan, and God knows somebody didn't tell him to not get the cornrows so he doesn't look like the old Washington mascot. So, I mean, obviously, he's got nobody in his camp to tell him not to do certain things. But whoever said that the cornrows are going to look good on you, Scotty, they lied.
No. The culprit is whoever did them.
Oh, no,
like
no, it's not, because they got paid. They got a job to do. They got to pay bills.
No, I'll agree. Hold on. I'll agree.
So whoever did it, they just trying to get paid. They got to keep the lights on.
No. Because here's the thing. My barber.
Your reputation? You mean the reputation is on the line?
And because it represents him. My barber, I went to my barber and I was like, man, maybe I want to do something. He was like, nah, it don't fit you.
Listen.
Like, okay, but Cam, I'm looking at you ain't dropping Scotty money, though.
No. That's even worse.
Scotty money.
That's even worse. Because you know people, and you especially know men. We will walk up and say, hey, bro, who did your hair? Knowing good and well, you don't know if we like it or if we clowning you yet.
You're right.
Setting you up.
That's true.
Man,
nobody's checking for Stevie Wonder stylists either, though. Let's just be honest. So, if you a stylist,
why are you messing with Stevie, man? You know he can't see what he got.
Stevie can see.
He can feel.
No. Have you heard the people talking about how Stevie can see?
Yes, I've heard. Yes, I've heard that.
Folks like Stevie can see. He fooling y'all. He might be legally blind, but he ain't like blind where you don't see nothing.
But wasn't there a video where he went
exactly
like directly in somebody's area, and we were like,
or who was it? Shaquille coming into an elevator and he was like, "What's up, Shaq?"
Yes.
So,
bro, listen, At this point, here's my thing with Stevie. If we're gonna go to Stevie, at this point, I ain't mad at him.
I ain't mad at him either.
Oh.
Hey,
Like, look, I've made all the money I'm gonna
because the
make.
boy can still play, he can still sing, and he still got hits that will last forever.
The Talking Book album can be on repeat all the time,
all day long.
So yeah, he is iconic as they come. At this point, yeah, he can literally pull his glasses off and folks
be like, I can see all y'all.
And just start reading folk. Yeah, I saw you when you was trying to sign my checks. Yeah, I saw you.
Hey,
just read them all.
Yeah. And Big Bubba, I saw you take a piece of chicken off my plate 5 years ago.
Yeah, you ain't slick, man. I'll let you take that lemon pepper wing. I'll let you take it.
Oh, not the lemon pepper wings. Lemon peppers.
You thought you was getting away with something. I'm like, I'm gonna keep. I got you. I got you, dog. One day it's gonna come out.
We'll give Stevie a pass. He good, man. He good.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
But again, his stylist ain't getting nobody else. Scotty's stylist should have said, Scotty, this don't fit you.
This ain't it.
And think about this also, because here's something else to think about. Why does Kendrick Perkins get the ability to be a commentator and Scottie Pippen doesn't?
But Scottie Pippen don't know when to say. Never mind.
But again, these are all things that point that if Scotty wants to start talking, we can start talking back about why Scotty don't get some of the things that other players who are less caliber.
I look at Scotty the same way I look at Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce ran his mouth too much. Is Paul Pierce anywhere on TV doing much anymore?
But he at least had the opportunity.
He had the opportunity, but Scotty been speaking stuff crazy for a little bit, man. It's just it's gradually gotten worse.
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Why is that?
I grew up in Chicago.
Okay.
I watched all of this play. When Scotty first got in the league, Why
are you calling him one of the kids from Fat Albert, bro? Why are you doing that, bro? Are you literally calling him mush mouth right now?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
How you doing the Fat Albert? Really? Was it that bad, Cam?
It was that bad.
Oh,
it was that bad. Then you notice, if you look at the trajectory, then you notice after a while, started wearing glasses and speaking a little slower and started having better interviews because they coached him. It's like, look, you can't go in front of these microphones talking Central Arkansas third grade education. So that's why, in my opinion, Scotty didn't get that, because Scotty was like, after he's out the league, who knows if he's going to still have that coaching.
That's true.
Because
obviously, Scotty doesn't take criticism. He obviously doesn't take criticism very well or advice, because he hadn't listened to any of it yet.
Well, I think that's probably the bigger thing. You know, if he got any coaching on what to say in any of those interviews and he ignored it.
Oh, completely.
Yeah, that gets around.
Completely.
Like, no.
Oh yeah.
No. I don't care how articulate you are. If you are completely off, listen, you could. We keep thinking all this outrage and this wild banter is like off the cuff and they're just being raw and real. Like to a certain, they've got a leash,
right?
Yeah. And they know to the length of that leash.
Exactly.
Yes, they do.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah, they can only go so far, and then they'll hear something in that ear. Okay, we're switching subjects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
and we're cutting to.
I'm sure they do that to Skip and Stephen A. all the time.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
Don't forget, there is somebody in their ears.
There is always a producer, and there's some of them say, "Well, hey, they're telling us we got to move on, so let's go." And there's some that say that.
Yep.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
That producer has a
okay,
job.
guys, wrap it up.
That producer has a job to do.
By the way, there are no producers on this show. I am the producer, and I'm not in any of their ears telling them nothing. This is completely, again, off the cuff, off the dome. We're saying what we want to say.
Nothing in them. Completely clean. Hey, there's no IMs going on, no texting, no nothing. Straight off the cuff.
Which is why we keep getting cut off by the NSA.
Exactly. Or as what happened today, the LeBron James Illuminati Mafia.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
Because we were talking about that. You ready for it? We were talking about that.
Hey, then they cut off the wrong person. Then they disconnected the wrong one. If that's what it was,
we were like, if we can't give him nobody to talk to, then maybe he'll shut up. That's what it was happening.
That's not what it was,
bro. There's always a sacrificial lamb. Don't ever forget that.
Always.
Always.
Hey, as they say, everybody's expendable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were you about to say, speaking of expendable? Is that what you're about to do, Kev?
Well, no, I was going to figure out a way to transition. I couldn't figure it out.
Don't worry about it. Just jump right in. Both feet deep in. Let's go.
But here's the thing. Did you
10
all
toes
hear
down.
last
10
night?
toes deep.
Miami Heat beat the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
But did you hear this piece?
Uh-oh. What?
They bought the tickets to Denver before the game last night.
Miami or Denver? Miami or Boston?
Miami bought the tickets to Denver.
I love it.
Before the game last night.
I love it. I'm okay with that.
Oh, I was loving it.
I love all of that. Yes.
They were like, we are looking past you all.
They what? Wait,
before game 7, they booked the trip for Denver because they're like, look, we're playing Denver next. We're looking past you. We're going to beat you tonight.
That's pushing all the chips to the middle of the table.
Listen.
Here's the thing, man. If you don't have that type of moxie, if you don't have that type of confidence in your squad, because guess what? They'll be able to get their money back. So it ain't like they're just throwing money out the window. But I love that, though. Because this is the reason why I've thoroughly enjoyed watching Jimmy Butler in these playoffs. Because when a homeboy from Boston got in his ear and you just saw Jimmy running on the court like this, I was like, why are you doing that? Shut up. You don't realize who you're taunting right
Jimmy
now?
Butler is.
I'm like, bro, you don't do it. And then what happened? He lost his mind and went off. I'm like, bro, no, you don't know. Don't. This is Jimmy Butler, bro. This is not regular season Jimmy Butler. These are two different people. Different people.
This is the Jimmy Butler. What? Because some of us have forgotten this. But there was a story back when he was playing for Minnesota where he was so frustrated with his team that he was like, where the starters at? All right, I'm gonna take these 5 scrubs, these 4 scrubs. We're gonna ball out. We're gonna beat y'all. And they beat them.
And they did.
They beat them. I remember that.
Who has now taken many undrafted players on the Miami Heat team, and they are now. And yes, Jimmy. In some respects, there were some games where Jimmy did not play all that great. Game 6, Jimmy was a little too hesitant for me. I needed Jimmy to attack the rim, right?
Yeah.
But this is that Jimmy who can take lesser players and make them into championship players.
Yeah, there's no Oladipo, and no Tyler Hero. When Tyler Hero went down, we all thought it's a wrap.
Right.
Nah. And
Jimmy
they
Butler
have a great chance.
Anthony Davis. He didn't have to get Kyrie. He didn't have to get a prime Kevin Love.
Oh,
he didn't have to do anything.
Here we go. So
Jimmy
how much credit are we going to
All-Stars around?
How much credit are we going to give to Spoelstra and Pat Riley?
I'm going to give listen, Pat Riley is I'm not going to say a genius, but Pat Riley has been producing and doing well for years.
This is his 19th final, either as a player, as a coach, or GM.
Yeah.
In other words, the stat that I saw yesterday, he's been in 25% of the NBA finals. In
some way, shape, or form. Yes.
In some way, shape, or form. Think about this. We thought that stat with Tom Brady was amazing, meaning half of his career he was in the Super Bowl. But this man has been a part of 25% of the NBA finals.
In some capacity.
In some capacity.
He has winning.
Yeah, 3 as a player. I think it's 10
it's like 6 or 9 as a coach, something like that.
and as a GM 6 or so, I don't know. It's insane. It's
which
crazy.
means he has from every perspective what it takes to win it all.
Don
repeatedly.
Don Corleone.
Why doesn't he have a podcast? Where are his books?
Because he's trying to share that information.
Oh my goodness.
Not yet. I mean, think about that, man.
No, we need to get that. We need to hurry. Let's not quit acting like he. Okay, hold up now.
24.3.
He ain't that young.
I'm just saying. That's about that. He ain't ready to give that up yet. Nah, bruh. Listen.
Hey, time is ticking.
Time is ticking. We need you. Are you writing? Are you taking notes?
Hey, Father Time never loses. Time is ticking. Let's go.
Hire you a ghostwriter and let them just follow you and record.
Hey, Spoelstra's probably the one that knows.
Yeah, because
I mean, think about it. Spoelstra was that coach. After LeBron and them left, they said that Spoelstra would not be in the league in 2 or 3 years. The dude is still there and winning. He was in the finals back in the bubble. Oh, this is a fluke. Well, it ain't a fluke now. The number 8 seed, only the second time in history.
Because I mean, if you think about Spoelstra himself, Spoelstra didn't come from a coaching background.
No, right? He did not.
He was
watching film in the back room.
Right. He was the film guy.
Yeah,
he was the film guy.
Yeah,
and worked his way up. But what's very interesting to me is, okay, so I don't know, was he the inspiration behind Ted Lasso?
Who? Pat Riley?
No, Spoelstra.
And by the way, Ted Lasso is ending tonight.
Please tell me you watched his last episode.
Yes.
Dude,
my TV is messing up. I haven't watched them yet. Don't you say a word.
It
word.
was probably one of my favorite episodes so far.
Who was the God? What is the guy's name that left?
Nate.
Tell me that's not the story of Nate.
Bro, here's the thing. Yes, it is. And that story in Ted Lasso has come full circle. You talked about character. Oh,
he ain't seen it. So.
How far behind are you?
I'm literally like, it don't matter. It don't matter.
It's heading around the corner. Let's just put like
in other words, you just said in a nice way, Tari, shut up. That's what. My bad, bro. My bad. Ooh, I keep it quiet. My bad.
When you trying to yell without yelling. No, for whatever reason, the last episode, I'm probably 2 behind.
Okay.
It's doing something funky on my TV and it just won't come up right. So I got to work on that. Get that. Everything else is working fine for whatever reason. That one episode is just not, and I refuse to move forward.
Yeah,
because it's been so good.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have access to Ted Lasso, you got to make that happen. I took forever to get there, and it has got to be one of the greatest television shows I've ever seen.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
I am in love with these characters. Like, I wish they were real people.
Last one of them.
I wish they were real people.
Right?
Because, like, they have found a way to endear them to you. Yeah, man. Just
yeah. I mean, think about it. We all hated Jamie Tart.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Exactly.
He is the man.
Exactly.
He is the man now.
That brother. Yeah. They're right.
That's Sam and I forgot her name, but Sam and the owner.
Boss lady.
Yeah. Hoping with them.
Yep. Hey, dude, I tell everybody. I tell every single person. I said, I've never championed a show like this ever in my life. And there's been some really good shows like Sons, Mine. I mean, there's been a whole lot of shows out there that I've taught I'm catching up.
Mayans.
Yeah, I haven't started either.
Hey, Snowfall though.
Snowfall, yep.
I have.
You didn't finish that either?
I haven't touched Snowfall. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't touched it? Okay. I won't say it. I won't. Yeah. Ashley she just binged like the first 5 seasons, like in the past 3 weeks. Yeah. And she's finally on the last season.
Snowfall was one that
Snowfall been around that long?
Yeah, this is season 6.
Yeah, they'd wrapped up season 6. Yeah.
You know what? Let me listen, y'all. I just got upgraded to the 20th century, 21st century. Listen, let me just keep it.
We got you. We'll wait for you.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. I know what you mean.
The Snowfall ending came full circle. There were so many things in the ending.
Yeah, I was all right with the ending. Yes. I was okay with it. And I'm not going to say anything else. But there were a whole lot of people that hated it. I'm like, no, that's the way it should have ended.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some shows that have great endings. Snowfall was one of them. Sons of Anarchy was perfectly fitting.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Now, Darren, I agree.
Y'all can talk about Sons all you want to, because I cannot get any further. Yeah, I tried.
I know
I tried.
I know you did.
But I can't get past Opie.
The ending made sense.
It made complete sense.
It made complete sense. It
made complete sense. Yes.
I'll try again.
Darren, just get past that hump. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Get past that hump, and it's worth it.
The next fight was the women. I couldn't do it. I was just like, stop it. Just stop.
You're like me. That's why I can't watch Married at First Sight anymore. I can't watch it. But I'm screaming at TV. You can't say that.
They got us acting completely crazy. Like these folks are in our living room.
Right. Hey, I'm talking like they sitting in front of me. Paige and Chris.
Oh, yeah.
They messed me up, bro. I'm not going to lie. They messed me up. But Darren, I will say this. Do you watch Abbott Elementary? Have we talked about that?
Yes. And I started it.
Okay. Ted Lasso, Abbott Elementary.
So for me,
I'm telling you,
Ted Lasso, Abbott. It's not.
Well, here's the thing: if you haven't caught up on Abbott, then there's the writing on Abbott is amazing.
Yes,
it's probably.
I was impressed by the way that whole structure.
Yes,
number one. And even the character development is just
it gets even better.
This is crazy.
Trust me, it gets even better. So that's a feel good watch also.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Ted Lasso, but it's a feel good watch.
They got me rooting for pretty much all of them in one way or another. You're wanting to see life just get good for them.
Yes, you do,
because they know how to jerk on. But Ted Lasso is the champion. I'm sorry,
hands down.
Listen, when you got me misting up for Keely,
boy,
Ted Lasso. I'm like, why do y'all keep doing this, girl? Why this baby got to keep going through like this?
Rough, hard, bro. Just blow after
blow. Y'all doing? What has she done to any of y'all?
Nothing.
Where with this series ending tonight, right? Because they said that it's the end. Yeah, it's the end. It's the end of Ted Lasso tonight.
No,
I thought they were going to do one more season.
My understanding is that this is the last episode.
I'm looking at it right now.
Series finale. But the thought is, or the hope is, will they continue the stories through some of the other characters, right? Because there's enough within the other characters that you could maybe do something. Ted brings it all together, but
who could they spin off on though?
Oh yeah,
I mean, legitimately spin off on.
Yeah, Kev's right, man. That's what I'm seeing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what though? Two back-to-back, Emmy sweeps.
Well, they may get a third.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, the pressure to keep that going, I have to agree. End on top. But boy, that's a short life.
Every cylinder, bro.
Yeah, that's a short life.
It was the original intent that they're going out with the story that they wanted to tell. So they're telling the story that they intended on telling. They're not stringing it out. this was always the plan. It was going to be 3 seasons long.
Wow. Well, it doesn't help that there's a writer strike, so
yeah,
that's disappointing.
So
the good die young.
It got solemn and quiet quick.
Okay,
I know, like I told you, we think these folks are real. Like, wait,
I'm lightweight down over here, man. Like I'm attending a funeral or something.
Let me tell you something. What better not ever show up on One Gotta Go?
Oh, hey, if Ted Lasso was not listed, we're not getting rid of it.
So Tori, if I were to tell you to choose between Ted Lasso and 24,
Kev,
see,
yeah,
see.
Kev, those are 2 different genres, bro.
No.
We talking Jack Bauer, dude. Jack Bauer.
But see, I knew how to get a response out of you.
Speaking of, have y'all watched Rabbit Hole?
Yes.
Ooh, I want to. Is it good?
Yeah.
Ooh, you got to. Oh, you got to.
You look like you just sat down to the best meal you've ever seen in your life, bro.
I am so impressed with Rabbit Hole.
Really?
I am. Yeah.
It's the summertime.
Very impressive.
It's the summertime. See, I
very
started watching that
impressive.
instead of watching The Citadel. I should have started watching that instead of The Citadel. So,
I was disappointed with The Citadel. I was disappointed with it.
Is that on our server?
It's on,
yes.
Is
okay.
it?
Yes, but it's on Prime.
It's on Prime.
Okay.
But it's on there. Yeah,
I
it's
think
on
I got through the first 5 episodes, and I'm just like, okay, this is just.
Yeah, you got one more to go. What they're doing though? What they're doing with Citadel is they're actually they're doing a whole season of this one set of characters, but then they're basically trying to create the Citadel universe. Kind of like
So
they're setting up. Yeah, they're setting up a whole nother set of characters, but in this whole network of
like
Citadel.
the Jack Ryan universe,
right?
Yeah, because you've got
only these characters are not going to morph, as far as I can tell, into these new. They're like bringing a whole nother faction in, and creating a whole nother story around that.
Like
that's going to be another,
like they did with True Detective. Totally different characters.
Yeah. As far as I can tell. I know the next one they've got a set of characters that's completely different from and not connected to the original Citadel. And I'm just like, and they said, more in the Citadel universe. I was like, oh no, come on, y'all. Y'all aren't Marvel. Don't do that.
Or Fast and Furious.
Speaking of Marvel, I just watched The Guardians.
Yes, I did too.
I did. It is my favorite Guardians movie.
How many times did you almost cry?
But it was close. I'm telling you, I love the first one. The second one was okay. The third one, it's my favorite one out of all of them.
Kevin ruined it for me.
Why?
Kevin ruined it for me. Real talk.
Why?
Real talk. Because you guys were so being so my brothers, not trying to tell me too much.
No, dude, I just saw it Saturday.
What Kevin said though was the way he set it up in my mind was I'm looking for a certain level of death. Let's put it like that. That never came.
Well, no, Kevin didn't do that. The previews did that.
No, Kevin did that because I didn't see the previews. I don't know who to blame. And so I'm sitting there just like, okay, now. Okay.
But
now.
that's how me and Tarsha were like, why? No. Tarsha was like, why am I? She's grabbing we're in the movies watching, and she's grabbing my arm like, oh, okay.
Seriously, there was one point in the movie I was like this.
Because everybody in every one of the Guardians essentially had a moment where you were on the edge of your seat thinking they're dead.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. They did that on purpose in that movie because we were all sitting there like, somebody about to die.
Bro.
Hey, that's the way they set it up. We thought at least one of them was going to be gone forever. because it is the last one.
Right.
And the way they did Peter, they went too far.
Oh, they did the whole Princess Leia thing with him.
Yeah.
Hey, if y'all on here, you ain't seen it, we ain't worried about spoilers. So y'all can, y'all can stay on
the spoiler alert.
We're already at 60 minutes. So if you stay past this moment, it's on y'all. But yeah, it was. Hey, I honestly though, I absolutely loved Rocket's backstory, dude.
Yes,
that was deep.
That dude, it was super deep.
Did you catch the statement from Lila? The story's always been about you. This has always been your story.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
yeah.
Rocket, they. All of this stuff has been peripheral. It's always been about you and your stories. Like,
and it was great, dude. It was. I'm not gonna lie. It was seriously my favorite Guardians movie, and I love the first one because it caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting any of that from the first one. I didn't know what to expect, so I loved it for that fact because I'm like, this is fantastic. But this one, it was great. They ended it well.
What's the brother's real name that plays Peter?
Pratt. No, Pratt. Yeah, Chris Pratt. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I honestly feel like he typecast himself. He's never going to be able to do anything absolutely serious, and we take him seriously.
But he's
so good.
No, he's
so good at interjecting comedy.
There's a series on Prime where he's the lead character, and it's totally.
I saw it. I can't watch it. I'm like, nah, this doesn't. Doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and that showed me his versatility as an actor.
I gotta keep a notepad around because I gotta start writing this stuff down.
It showed his versatility as.
Because I'm just like, I got maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes into that show, and then I was like, nah, this ain't.
No, it's a good watch. Trust me, it seriously is a good watch.
Because even when he does the Tomorrow War,
no, there's no comedy in that one.
What? Yeah, the Tomorrow War?
Yeah, what he goes into the future or whatever.
But you know how he does. You know how he does his brand of just out of nowhere off statements and he did that in the Tomorrow War, so it felt authentic to me.
And he also did that in all the Jurassic movies, and so you're right. Most of the stuff that he does has that element in it.
Right.
But that the show. What's the movie he did with Hunger Games girl Jennifer Lawrence, where they're in that space ship and everybody's trapped into it?
Oh, the one I sure didn't watch because that looked absolutely crazy.
It was a good one. I was entertained. It was a decent watch. Yeah.
Passengers.
Yes, that was a good watch.
So
okay, I'll take your word.
All right. So look, we're actually over time. We've given y'all some movie to go check out, some TV shows to watch, while talking about the fact that LeBron, just to bring it full circle, LeBron James got swept.
So did Jordan.
So you missed that part, but yes, Jordan got swept.
No, I know it was early. I know it was early in his career. I know.
But who did he get swept by? Exactly, Larry Bird.
He got swept by
the Celtics team.
Yeah, he got swept by back-to-back years. Yes,
the Celtics team.
Yes, the Celtics team. No. I don't disagree with that. I watched.
He got swept by Nikola
Jokic. And he dropped 63 points in one of those series. So no, the dude was balling. I'm just saying, for context, that he got swept too.
He got swept. And Darian, did I not mention he
got swept? Yes. I wasn't here for that.
But he didn't get swept by Nikola Jokic.
I didn't hear it. It didn't happen. So I don't know.
He didn't get swept by Nikola Jokic, and he didn't get stuffed by JJ Barea of the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, so are we really I know we got to go. Are we really discounting Jokic? Seriously, is that what we're doing?
What I'm simply saying, though,
compared to the Celtics,
if I got swept by the Celtics with Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Danny Ainge, Dennis Johnson, and Robert Parrish, who looks like Groot times 4.
Dude, yes. He's got the strength of Groot. Ask Bill Lambier.
If if we're talking that versus Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and
it's two different genres, bro.
Wait, I'm still waiting. Jamal Murray and
it's two different genres, bro.
What do you mean by two different?
I'm not genres, two different eras. Okay, again.
So
there's one person on the wall. Let's not forget this. There's one person
I got you.
on my wall.
Those listening that will have that same thing of, well, Jordan got swept. Yes, he got swept by one of the greatest teams put together.
Yeah, I was only saying that for the context of you. That is not my real argument.
Before he had a squad.
I was literally only doing that for you. That is not a real argument whatsoever.
I had to continue in my.
Give me a T-T-Y. I'm dead all the time.
And I know this, which is why I said it. That's the only reason I said it. Because I give you credit. You admit when you're petty. So do I. And I get it. I'm petty about every single person that is put in a Duke jersey. And I don't care. You can call me out. I am 100% petty when it comes to them. And I get it.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there. I don't play with devils.
Neither do I. That's what I tell my dad, the minister. Oh, we rooting for the Devils? Is that what we doing? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Ashley picked the Tar Heels. We were in Walmart. I said, Ashley? She said, I'm a Duke fan and Carolina fan. I said, no, you're not.
Mm-mm.
I said, Ashley, it's just like loving the God and loving devil. You can't love God and the devil at the same time. We're in the middle of Walmart in the school supply aisle. I said, you got to choose one.
You're wrong for that.
Yep.
Am I not telling the truth?
No.
You're wrong for that.
Okay, Darian, am I not telling the truth?
Give the devil no place.
Even the blue kind.
Isn't that what the Bible say?
Not in here. And she chose. She picked Carolina. I was like, oh, thank you. Okay. Yes.
All right, but we got to get out of
Had
here.
a
We're
whole
going to
life
go ahead and
story.
wrap up today for Chop It Up. We'll see you all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.